Alrighty. Guys and gals, welcome back. It's the Ironman challenge.
Hi.
There's the Ironman right up there. I've taken a long fly from Booty Bay, where I spent between yesterday and today, a couple hours easy fishing. I got the fishing up to 225. Made a quick pit stop in Stormwind where I posted all of the fish and a couple other things I had. Hopefully we will sell those. That would be nice. Yeah, and we are continuing on into Loch Madon. Reason being, we are going to run down into... Well, we'll pick up Badlands Regent Run, then we're going to come down here into the Badlands and start doing some questing. This particular episode. Yeah, my entire bag here was pretty much full of fish. Rock scales, cod, that's the main thing you catch in Booty Bay, but you can also catch the oily blackmouth, the firefin snappers, the raw spotted yellowtail, and maybe something else, can't remember. Also posted, I had a spell damage dagger posted for 2 gold, and we had I can't remember, something else posted for just over 2 gold. So we'll see if we make any sales there. Hopefully we will. But yeah, as you can see, 225 fishing skill, maxed out here. So that means I've got to go see old Nat Pagel. Kind of just did this on the Naked Warrior. But we're actually okay to go in there. Yeah, not too bad. We'll worry about that when we choose to worry about it. Let's go get this quest real quick. I'll set my Hearthstone here, since I'm thinking about it. Hello, sir.
I've the finest wares in the land.
I know that you do. Your wars be the finest. Give these freaks some of that. Those freaks like that. The Slockster in Gruntilda.
Interest you on a pint?
No, thank you.
What's your beck?
All right. Badlands Reagent Run. Picked up. It's a Friday. Early afternoon for me. Supposed to have some snow today and tomorrow. We'll see if that happens. I guess it's like a medium chance. And then back to sunshine on Sunday. Going to be detailing my girlfriend's car for her as part of her birthday, which was back on the 4th. Just been waiting for the right weather to do it. Last couple days have been real windy. But you don't want to wash the car and detail it if it's going to be snowing or raining or whatever. There's some elite mobs in there. Pretty good level range in here. Oh, we need coyotes. Yeah, let's start this. Let's get buffed up here. Yeah. We'll work our way in. I'm going to pull one of these. Guess not. myself a new little gym bottle. I had this one called, it's like a Contigo brand. But it kind of started leaking on me. It's supposed to be like pressure sealed, but I guess the seal is worn out. I've had it, I guess, 2 years. So I got one of these, kind of cool looking, cool colors. It's a lot bigger as well. It's basically, I think it's more than twice the volume that the other one was. That's one thing I didn't like about that other one. It wasn't quite large enough. Yeah, hell of a lot of fishing I did. Ridiculous amount. Fishing is one of the stupidest things to level up in the game. It's no fun, man. It's so time consuming. Coming over here. Looks like it. Sure was. I talked about it. Well, I've complained about it so many times, but get to this point in fishing where you've got it's like 8 to 10 casts before you get a skill point. And you've got the little timer thing down there, you know, and it seems like you just kind of get in these ruts where the bar goes all the way down, and at the last minute you're getting the bite. So annoying. Had to use a bobble for pretty much, well, up until about 195, skill level 195. But I think I started at 130. Like, it's a shit ton of fishing. So the bobble will allow you to fish in a place where you normally couldn't, based on how much it gives you. I was using the bright bobbles. It adds 75 to your fishing skill. What I wish those things did, along with that, is to make you get a bite quicker. I wish it was like half the cast of the fishing time, or whatever, however you want to word that. I think they changed all that in retail. It's really quick. You can level it up easy, like all the other professions. This is where if you're a hunter, you can find, what you call them out here? Best pet and classic, I guess, based on his attack speed. It's a cat. He can be in a couple different locations, but I've honestly only ever, the whole entire time I've been playing this game, I've only ever seen it spawn here. But I think there's 2 or 3 locations. One of my viewers told me that it can be. Broken Tooth is the name of the cat. It's got an attack speed of 1. And then I think as early as the Burning Crusade, they changed it and they normalized all pets to have that attack speed. All these things I've learned from my very helpful and knowledgeable viewers. Da, 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 da. It's date night for me. I'm going to go over to Heather's tonight. I'm going to have some dinner and play some games, do some cards or maybe some Farkle, some dice, which I have a funny story about that. She picked that game up a couple weeks back for us. She'd never heard of it. I'd never heard of it. And it took us a while to get the rules down. And then I started the Let's Play Kingdom Come Deliverance, and there's a dice game in there called Farkle. And as I was playing it, I was like, wait a minute, this is like the game I just learned how to play. It's just like this weird coincidence. Yeah, that game's been around for hundreds of years. Very long time. It's really cool. But we were playing it wrong initially, and then after I played it in game, I saw, like, you play against this opponent, this person in town or whatever, and you can kind of watch him and pick up the rules. And so I was telling her about all this, and we read the rules, and was like, oh yeah, that is the way you play it. So we were playing it slightly wrong. It's kind of a fun little dice game, but I got to be honest, man, the NPC that you play against, they give you a little bit of a chance. Like, he'll make a couple of... That's the second one that this motherfucker resisted right there. But it seems like he wins. He'll just win. Pretty much every time. It's kind of garbage, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's just all completely random. The matches I've had, how many times have we played? Maybe I played 10 games in dice games. I think I've won one game. Like, he'll start off making a bad play or two, and then his next roll, he's got like a full house. If you use all the dice on a roll, you get to just roll again. And he'll do that at least once, it seems like. A rogue here? He's out of here, man. Dude ain't sticking around. We can go pick up this up here, where I think we'll get a quest to find the, is it Rydal's Lucky Pick? Or something like that. And these guys have a chance to drop a quest item in there, as you can see. Little patrol that walks around, I got to keep an eye out for. Pats back and forth between here and the fortress here. Whatever that thing's called. Thorium lockbox there. Shadows of Death. Serious guild name. Oh, it's this guy.
Here there. Be good.
Find that. We'll pick up
Hi.
both of these.
See you soon. Safe travels.
That quest you pick up there. You want a buff, my friend? I'll give you one. There you go. Fire Enchants. It's listed as an elite quest, but the reason it's listed as an elite quest, if you don't know, back here, you've got these drakes. They're not elites. If you go back far enough, yeah, you'll have the flying dragons back here that are elites, but the quest itself is not an elite quest, at least the things you're fighting. I don't know if that made any sense. It's just based on the area, which is interesting. A lot of quest levels are like that as well. You might have a yellow quest and you go over there and they're green mobs, or you might have a quest that's green and you go over there and they're yellow mobs. It's based on the area, as far as I can tell. Which makes sense. Dun, dun, dun. Back to the grind, man. I heard the botters, they've never left. I don't know why it surprises anybody, but I heard that they have a thing, part of their script now, where if you get too close to them, they'll spam report you and get you banned. And I guess it's working, which tells you nobody from Blizzard is there's not an actual person looking at any of this shit. But I think that's because there are people who seek them out and kill them, which I think is awesome. Hats off to those people. I mean, Blizzard's not going to do anything about it, right? They got people taking matters into their own hands. But so I guess as part of the sell, because people pay for that service, or, you know, they're running it or whatever. You get too close. So, well, I don't actually know how it works. It's just what I heard. They spam report you and they can get you banned. Think about that, man. Like, bots just control the game. I've heard so many stories from Blizzard that how much they're doing and how much they do to combat botting. I don't know. It really kind of makes you wonder. Again, all those counts, those are paid subscriptions. I don't think they really care that much. They only ever seem to do something, or you ever really hear that a band wave of bots. If enough people complain, especially a big streamer or a big YouTuber, you know, I don't know. Hire the fucking people you need to take care of it. Spend some money, spend the resources, hire the people, dedicate some people to the job. That's my solution. Like, how fucked up is it that you have bots getting players banned? Fucking ridiculous. All right, let's mark these freaks up over here. We'll put a skull on him. All kinds of stuff to watch out for in the Badlands. There's a lot of elite patrols. of different varieties. Let's burn this guy's mana. Nice resist there. Man, that is an expensive spell. Alright, we're going to play that differently. I'm going to go up into melee range on these casters. I feel like I need a rank up of mana burn here. It doesn't really drain that much. But if we do this, he'll switch like he's doing now. They can switch back and forth between melee attacks and casting, which is great for us. Let's drink up here. Also, just a little tip here. If you come in here at their level 35, 36, where these are yellow mobs, you get too close, you can pull these ones down here easily. So just something to keep in mind. I'm actually not going to get too close to those two. I don't want to double pull them. You guys have any abilities? They have defensive stance and sunder armor. Let's bring them back a little bit. In case he wants to run down into the gully there. 2 stacks of sunder. That'd be more devastating on the Naked Warrior than Iron Man here because we have the shield. Probably a double pull here. Maybe a double pull. Let's actually get this guy first. And I do want to pull him back here because he's kind of close to everything there. Let him come back to me. Yeah, I hope they do something about that. This could be bad right here. Okay, good. Blizzard, as far as the bots basically controlling the game now. Like, should they have a fucking program where if somebody's being spam reported by one person, maybe that triggers an actual person to look into it before you just ban? I mean, I don't know 100% if that's happening. Like I said, that's what I heard. But, you know, I tend to believe it. But who knows? Maybe some of you know what's going on. But yeah, you've got like especially hunters. Hunters are great at killing bots because of their feign death. They can easily get the bot on their aggro table, feign death, and then they transfer the aggro there. And gold sellers, it's big money, man. So you're cutting into their business. So I could see why they would write, you know, like script in like that. As shitty and as toxic as it is. If I tell you, I saw this post once about bots. This was back a while ago. But there was this dude basically saying how bots actually help the game. They make the world feel alive, and they keep the auction house active. It's basically what this guy says. Let me tell you something, man. If you wrote that, you either pay for a botted account or you run a company or you, you know. It's like, seriously, fuck yourself, man. We got the pick there. Let's continue to grind up these. Well, we'll go turn this quest in really quick. Then we'll continue to grind the Badlands reagent run. We've got another quest to come down here and turn in, and then we're going to make our way over here. I've got an undead priest that's ready to heal Ragefire Chasm. I just haven't had the time to like get the group together and you know, get a video recorded, but hopefully sooner than later.
How are you? What's your back?
Oh, look at that. It's vendors for 80 silver.
Be good.
Not too bad. You know, something might have to end first before I actually have time to do it. We got a lot going on. I mean, a lot going on the channel and a lot going on off the channel, if that makes any sense. Real life stuff. Pretty hard to keep up with sometimes. There was a time, a crazy-ass time, for a long while, I was putting out like 3 videos a day, and I had a full-time job. And like still going to the gym, all this stuff. It was pretty intense. There's a lot to it. I mean, it's one thing to record a video and then just upload it, you know, with, you know, lower quality, no intros, no outros, no editing. That's one thing to do that. And it's another thing to just live stream and then just release that video onto YouTube. That's, you know, it's a whole other thing if you're recording and you're trying to get the video quality up to 4K or at least 2K. You've got custom intros and outros and time editing. It's a lot. Because that render process, the editing and rendering process, adds so much time to YouTubing. But there are a lot of YouTubers who don't do any of that. They'll record the game, capture it in OBS, and then they just take that raw file and just upload it right to YouTube, which is, it's definitely a way to do it. But, if you're not upscaling or upscaling in the render, it's most likely just going to be, 1080p, which is pretty shit quality. On a phone, if you're watching it on a mobile phone, doesn't matter. It really doesn't. To me, I can't even tell the difference between 720 and 4K on a phone. It's just, But I watch all my videos on a big, 27-inch monitor. Actually, I think this is a 32-inch monitor. So you can really tell the difference. And if you're watching on a big flat screen TV, then you definitely know. But God, what am I doing here? Terrible place. And I've talked about this before. If you're watching something in 1080p on a bigger monitor, if the character on the screen or whatever is standing still like this, it looks okay. But as soon as you start moving around, everything is blurred. Pretty rough looking. We don't need the Ridge Hunters. Coyotes, vultures, and what are the other things we need? Oh, rock shards. Yeah. Anyway, my job is part-time, but it's actually less than part-time, and I don't know. I'm actually looking for something else. I don't think it's going to work. It's not really working for me. It's a very basic entry-level job, too, which, pretty... It's not exciting. I mean, I'm not saying programming's ever exciting. But it can be enjoyable, for me personally. Unless it's like really basic stuff, and that's really what I'm doing. It was actually pitched to me... I'm a little disappointed, honestly, because I feel like I was misled about what I was going to be doing sometimes, not all the time. So I'll see what happens there. But anyway, that's one of the reasons why you haven't... Like, I do a lot on the channel. I realize this. I always have. But that's why you've not seen the self-found orc, hillbilly. And that's why you've not seen the undead priest heal dungeons right now. Because I got too much going on there. But we're also doing Hogwarts Legacy. Right? We're doing Silent Hill 2 remake, and we're doing Kingdom Come Deliverance, which was a spur-of-the-moment thing. I always do this to myself. But I'm having fun. I'm still having fun with it, and it's keeping me from getting too burned out on World of Warcraft, which definitely happens. Two more fangs. Only fangs? Sure. I see a lot of spin-off guild names like that. Like they'll say only Fangs, but P-H-A-N-G. I don't know why people get like so obsessed. Well, I don't, maybe they're not obsessed, but I don't know why people care too much. I guess something new happens and it's hype. You have these big Twitch streamers and personalities, and I guess, you know, that's what it is. But I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in a spin-off of of something that's popular, I guess. I've seen some pretty funny ones though. I've seen Only Balds, B-A-L-D-S. I thought that was a pretty funny name. Yeah, I'm sure there's many more. But I gotta say, the flesh, that's what my Naked Warrior was inspired by. I would like to see that guy do it solo questing and not, well, let's be honest, be carried in dungeon groups. I mean, I'm not saying that's easy to do, but what I am saying, 100%, it's a lot more difficult solo questing. If you're doing everything by yourself, in a dungeon, you're going to level up so much quicker. You have a healer, you have a tank, right? I would like to see him do it without running dungeons and guild help and all that. Great idea, really is. It's a pretty difficult challenge, the Naked Warrior. But like I said, you just have that much more protection. You've got 2 other DPS, a tank and a healer with you, and getting a ton of XP. You're leveling up quick. You have access to awesome weapon drops in the dungeon. You know, not like you would have doing solo questing. All I know is if I was in a guild and they were running me through dungeons, I'd already be 60 on that Naked Warrior, 100%. I mean, think about how safe it is. You know, just normal dungeon runs. You're not going to be doing enough damage because you don't have any gear. You don't have any stats to pull off the tank. You're just doing light DPS and being topped off on heals if you take AoE damage, right? I'm not discrediting the guy or anything. I'm just saying it's maybe not as hard as you think it is if you're in a dungeon group all the time. All I know is on the Naked Warrior I'm doing, we can be fighting mobs 4 or 5 levels below us, green mobs, and I'm at least half health every single pull. I pull 2 mobs, I either have to run away, retaliate, health pot, or all of the above. Like every time. It gets down to the wire. So it's like I'm actually using stone form as part of my rotation because it gives you that little bit of extra armor. I'm kind of surprised nobody's, you know, like kind of called him out on it. Or at least suggested, hey man, get to 60 solo questing. No groups, right? Basically self-found. Do it solo self-found, right? Solo self-found Naked Warrior hardcore. And I've already said this, harder than the Ironman here, just simply because I have the priest. Oh, my love. Watched this show, kind of binge watched it. It was called Manhunt. It was okay. They did a great job of, it's based on John Wilkes Booth, his assassination of Abraham Lincoln, who was our 16th president here in the United States. During a time when pretty much all of the southern states seceded. They wanted to be their own country with President Davis because they didn't want their slavery to go away. And if you actually read all of those letters from those states that succeeded, that's every single one of those letters. That's what they're saying the reason is. You will not take our slaves away. And that's what the whole thing was. There are people out there who, I don't know, have this idea in their head about like some kind of, it's like pride and glory or Southern pride. And that's not what it was about. But anyway, it was interesting. I like the main character in it. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't, amazing, but I did learn some things that I didn't know before. There were a couple discrepancies, but for the most part, to me, it seemed really factual and based on history and recorded events and blah, blah, blah. I did not like the guy that played Abraham Lincoln. I just thought it was the wrong role, casting choice for Lincoln there. But this is, of course, in my mind, Daniel Day-Lewis, he... It's hard, once you've seen Abraham Lincoln played by Daniel Day-Lewis, it's hard to watch another actor. But, I don't know, I just didn't think he looked like him. I don't know if there's recorded voice. There could be of Lincoln. I don't know, but... John Wilkes Booth was he was pretty closely matched there. I think. We just need one more Fang here. Anyway, I think it was 6 or 7 episodes. I kind of watched it between yesterday or night before last and last night, I think. It was pretty good. I think it's on Prime. We've killed these things 34 times. Now, I don't know if we've been here before killing them, but we've killed it 34 times on this character. You probably have. Have I killed it 34 times this episode? Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't look like we've been in here before. I don't think. Da, 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 da. I guess we can go over here. Turn this in real quick. Am I going to pull you, my friend? No, you stopped. Appreciate you. Got an extra fang there.
Loktar, for the Horde.
Iridium flakes. Okay.
Be safe.
And barbecued buzzard wings.
Do I have a deal for you?
I really should pick this one up first.
Have a good one. Keep it real.
You're doing both of those quests. About 50 minutes in. All right. Let's Hearthon back here. And we will wrap it up. Let me check in with this vendor here.
I got what you need.
Good. Happy to hear that. Can't use health pots. But I might be able to sell that at the old auction house. That's locked, so I may as well just vendor that.
Hurry back!
All right. I don't know if I'm going to hurry back, but might be back. We'll see, brother. Okay. Passed out drunk. Passed out drunk. Throw him out of the bar. Alrighty, that'll do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. You guys and gals take care. The Iron Man and myself will catch you in the next episode.
It's been fun.
Peace-a-roni.